Welcome to 3 o'clock with SOC. Give me a moment to invite our Spanish-speaking guests. Bienvenido y gracias por ver 3 o'clock con SOC. Si quieres acceso al programa en español, por favor, marque ese número que aparece en la pantalla, cuál es 646-749-3122. Cuando le conteste su llamada, marque 779-328-221. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Friday. My name is Andrea Rodriguez, and I am the Leadership Coordinator for Southside Organizing Center. We are so grateful to be with you for another week. I'm also grateful that we have Marlene Zuran, our Public Health Coordinator, today as our producer, and also our community organizer, Travis Hope, is helping out in the comments today. I just let our guests know that we do have an interpretation line. There is a link in the comments if you would like to access it at all. Feel free to do so, and we do provide live interpretation for every single one of our episodes, and we're so grateful to do that. I also want you to know that you can access all of our videos through our Facebook page. Also, we have a YouTube channel. Please don't hesitate to look into some of our archives. There's a lot of great information there, and we look forward to bringing you as much up-to-date information as possible going forward. Really grateful having our guest on today. This is near my neighborhood. It's a place where I bike nearby all the time, so I'm really excited to hear about this project. But we're going to have Executive Director Colleen Cheney-Trawiński coming, and she is from the St Josephat Basillica Foundation. Really excited. We're going to go ahead and bring her on now and hear more about this project. Hi, Colleen. How are you today?
Fine, thanks. Doing well.
Excellent. Well, it's a lovely day, and we're so grateful that we can spend some time with you today. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about your role at your organization?
Okay, so as you had mentioned, my name is Colleen Cheney-Trawiński, and the Executive Director of the St Josephat Basillica Foundation, which is involved in, I assume, hopefully everybody knows about St Josephat and has come here and marveled at this incredible building in Southside Milwaukee, and it's truly a treasure. And I'm responsible for, actually the mission of the foundation is to restore, enhance, and preserve the basilica. So a lot of fundraising, a lot of relationship building, a lot of doing what I can to bring people to the basilica and raise awareness of it.
Excellent. Well, the Basilica is absolutely a gem of Milwaukee and definitely the South Side. And we're really excited the fact that our latest logo that comes from our communications director, Marisol Diaz, she actually built in the Basilica in our logo. That's how much we love it so much. So yeah, and it's just a beautiful building. I know you're going to tell us a little bit about some of the tours and other ways that we can access through the foundation. So why don't you let us know a little bit about more of this mission and how we can learn more about it?
Okay, so related to what you just said, the tours, right? We have a new audio tour, which is new end of March, which was some donors came forth and funded us working with the professional company Antenna International that makes audio tours for museums and places like the Basilica all around the world. And we work with John Gerda, who's the narrator of this. So it's about 17 stops throughout the Basilica, filled with history, stories. It's for all folks, those of faith, non-faith, and it's in 3 languages, Spanish, English, and Polish, which is also exciting because it certainly gives an opportunity for people, you know, whose English is not their first language. We have tourists from all over the world to come and understand better this really amazing building, its story. It's a very unique story, the Basilica. You know, it was built by Polish immigrants, Southside Milwaukee in the early 1900s, but the whole story behind it really reflects upon the perseverance of, you know, so many immigrants that come to this country to build something that they believed in, to build a community and to build a church based upon their faith and their belief, and they're just grateful to be here in this country. So it's a story for all. I think it's the audio tour really relates to everyone's you know, history, and I think we can all find our own stories in the audio tour. Lasts about 30-35 minutes, and it's just lovely. We've had rave reviews from folks that have come and participate in it. So of course we're biased. We think it's wonderful, but it's good to hear feedback from others that they enjoyed it as well.
And how exciting that John Gerda was involved. That's so wonderful.
Yes, it really is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also to know that you all kept a global perspective by having the multiple languages there.
Yes.
That's exciting. We do know the South Side, especially my neighborhood, Polonia, has such a strong Polish history.
Mm-hmm.
To know that you
Yes.
brought that and you kept that in mind. Let us know what we can do. And we have some links in the comments for the Basilica and the foundation to make sure that our viewers know about visitor information. But let
Right.
us know a little bit about what we can do to book a visitor or the audio tour, especially with some COVID-19 updates that are happening now.
Right.
What can we expect?
Okay, so it's open, usually open 10 to 3. Sometimes there are weddings or funerals that we can't anticipate. So open 10 to 3, Monday through Saturday. You should allow about 45 minutes to have the proper time to sort of, take it all in. There's a lot to take in. And you can just come. If it's a larger tour, larger number of people, maybe over 10, it's good to just book ahead just to make sure, because we have limited headsets, about 50, and sometimes we have bus tours. But basically, just come and visit and get to know the Basilica. There's so many people from Milwaukee, even South Side, that lived here their whole lives and don't know it, and maybe feel a little slightly intimidated by it. But open to all, and just everyone, I feel, should come to know and appreciate this particular building and its unique history.
Excellent. And I know, as we're getting into the summer months, and doing an audio tour in a place that's not so hot sounds wonderful.
Yes.
So I know I will definitely be taking advantage of it
Air
this summer.
conditioned.
Yeah, so I'm
Right.
excited about that. And I know I'm so grateful to be living so close to this beautiful landmark. So I'm so wonderful, or so impressed by the beauty of it every single time I pass it. So I'm excited to have my first visit inside as well. Why don't you go ahead and let us know about your partnership with Revitalize Milwaukee?
Okay. The Basilica, as mentioned, is really much has been the hub of the community since it was built in the early 1900s. And myself personally, and I know others on the foundation board, take that seriously. Okay, what does that mean? How can we be very active and be a catalyst for this community to bring change to it? I'm not sure if you heard of the halo effect or ripple effect, but it is like we take the Basilica, which is a draw for people to come into this community from all over the world, tourists. Before COVID, there were 25,000 people visited this. We're a major tourist attraction for Milwaukee. But how can we help the community that surrounds the Basilica? So, around 2019, we got together with the community, with organizations, with many stakeholders in Milwaukee City Planning to come up with, a plan, organizational plan. It's called a Lincoln Village Opportunity Strategy, to get together as a community as to how we can work together to improve this area. And out of that had come a lot of ideas and a lot of sense of community spirit. And also, we got to know Revitalize Milwaukee and what they're involved in. And they're an amazing group of Revitalize Milwaukee. If you don't know it, in particular, you should go online and read about them. But the main thing that we do, and what you're working with them, is they do a block build. And they've done this in other communities, but this is the first time they're coming to Lincoln Village, which will be in August. And the block build is where they literally come into a community and they do home repairs, yard work, really anything that has to be done in a block of homes which they have identified as being, an area in need. So what we do with them, we've been meeting with them because it takes about a year of planning, and they know what they're doing, and we just follow along with them to to send out information to a designated area. And we worked with them to figure out what should be a good area to target. You leave the neighborhood, do follow-ups, and they're amazing with follow-up work, to get homeowners to come forward, to get renters to come forward, go through the application process. They're wonderful when it comes to having Spanish speakers, because that's the community in our area, and identify the homeowners and the renters that sort of qualify for this program. And the qualification, they work with vets, seniors, disabled folks, and also low income. So there's a certain process that they handle as far as going through the process and screening and making sure that everyone qualifies. And we just work with them, and they tell us what to do as far as getting sponsors, and also reaching out to the community for volunteers. Because when they come into the community on that weekend, they do use volunteers, 400, 500 people in the community to help out with doing repairs in the homes. They work with qualified professional construction companies, so the volunteers are just kind of helping based upon their skills. But it's just an incredible way to just transform a community, to help those that certainly need help. And, they could change someone's life by putting in a toilet, or putting in a handicap shower, or helping someone who didn't have hot water for many months. So, just go online and read the stories about how they transform people's lives. It's incredible by just doing simple things that we all take for granted. And we meet regularly with them, but, they're the ones that tell us what to do and how to help them. They have a target of 30 homes, and currently, as we speak, I think we're close to that, 30 homes in the neighborhood, and also have goals of how many sponsors. So we help get sponsors in the area. And, we've done a walkabout with various stakeholders in the community to try to get sponsors and really just to talk this up. So it's a true partnership, though. It really is.
That's so beautiful. And Travis, thank you. And he put in our comments the link to Revitalize MKE.
Oh, thanks, Travis.
The email there is freehomerepairs.org.
Right.
If any viewers would like to check it out. And right now, as we have Colleen, if also of our viewers, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. We're happy to try and get those answers for you today. How beautiful is it, by the way, that Revitalize MKE is doing this Black by Black build, and it really does serve the mission of the Basilica with the enhancement, the fact that you are identifying all the stakeholders involved and you are making sure that voices are heard, and just, it sounds like a very holistic project. I'm really excited that we can partner together to, our organizations, to make sure that you get enough volunteers to see this through. It sounds very powerful.
It's really fun from what I understand. And already we've had one cookout where it's just an informational center in the parking lot of the Basilica. And again, Revitalize Milwaukee comes in with their crew, their grill, and we just, have tables. But it's really brings people together, and, and they're wonderful with having so many Spanish speakers, because unfortunately I can't speak Spanish. But it's just so nice that people feel that they're welcome, that there are people there for them to answer all their questions. And it's just been a wonderful experience so far. And we have another informational session on Friday, which is 4th at 4:30. So everybody's welcome in that area. And we're targeting the area of 7th and 8th and 9th in Hayes. So if we have people listening that are in that area, certainly come. Or if you just want to come anyways, because Revitalize Milwaukee, even if you don't live in that area, which they've identified, but have issues connected with your home, they also do amazing work outside of this block build program. So it's definitely worth investigating and finding out more about them, because they're just really here to serve people, and people probably don't know about them. So if you're around on June 4th, Friday, Basilica parking lot, 7th Street, come have a hot dog.
Excellent.
And gather info.
And I'll make sure we get that info in our comments. Yes. Say that date one more time for us.
It's June 4th. That's
June
Friday,
4th,
June
4th of July. Excellent.
June.
June 4th. Excellent. So very soon, actually. So that's wonderful to know. So the best way for people to apply, and I know you mentioned certain streets, let us know what's the best way for us to get residents to apply for this.
Right. They should go to the Revitalize Milwaukee website, and any questions that they have, they're the folks that know best. And like I said, even if they're not in that area, they can put people in touch with people that can help them if they have issues with, their home that they rent, or the home that they own, and they can't afford, a handicap ramp, for example, someone newly is in a wheelchair. Those kind of things are just excellent. But any questions directed toward them, and they answer right away. They're pretty good with that.
Beautiful. And again, just so everyone knows, that link is in our comments.
Yes.
Or you're welcome to reach out to Southside Organizing Center or the Basilica to get more information if necessary. Yes. Let us know a little bit more about the foundation. Any cost to residents for any of your services?
For the foundation?
Mm-hmm. For you, the Basilica Foundation.
Right. No, I mean, the foundation itself is involved in raising funds to keep the Basilica looking as beautiful as it does, and for, again, raising awareness, bringing people to the Basilica. So we don't necessarily have a cost. Once a year we have a fundraising gala, which is in the fall, which is our largest fundraising, and we certainly, would love people to come and participate in that. But the audio tour, which we do have, it's always suggested donation. You don't have to pay. It's $5, which goes toward the foundation. Because we spend quite a bit of money in doing repairs of the Basilica, and right now we're fundraising for our fire detection system. So if someone wants to pay for that, it's $5, but again, they don't have to. If someone doesn't want to, then that's fine. They can take the audio tour as they like. So we don't charge for that necessarily. But just suggest is nice.
Well, we're so grateful to have you all in the city, and we're so grateful that this is so accessible to residents to really understand the history and the beauty that is around this building. And I'm grateful that the June 4th event is going to be a success as well. Let us know also about just some contact info, anything else that we can share, just so we want to get in contact with you at the Basilica.
Okay, well, first, if people wanted to help volunteer for the block build, it's August 14th. That's the day when we need 14th. That's when they actually be in the neighborhood. Okay, so they want a lot of volunteers are welcome, and just come. Like I said, you don't have to have any skills. I don't have any skills, but I'm just going to be there because there'll be things for you to do. And from what I understand, I've spoken to people who were at Sherman Park. I do believe they were there last year. It's just a great, even during COVID, it was challenging, but just a great opportunity just to have a great sense of community, of just doing something together. So please come out on that day because volunteers are needed.
Excellent. And are there any links or anything to that 14th event, just so we can make sure that we share it with our viewers?
All right. We have Revitalize Milwaukee has that, or you have my email, right?
Yeah.
Yes. You can give them my email address. You can put that out. If someone wants to volunteer, then certainly just send me an email and say I'd like to volunteer, and give the contact information so we can be in touch. You get a free t-shirt, I understand. You get free lunch on that day.
Nice. And what a great way just to give back and to serve.
Sorry, yeah. And it's just a great spirit.
I know Travis has your email. If Travis, if you can get that email in the comments, otherwise we'll make sure it happens very soon. I do want to give a shout out to Casa Maria Catholic Worker, one of our tried and true fans of the forum. She sent some beautiful emojis over. And again, if anyone has any questions, we encourage you to go ahead and ask while we have Colleen here.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm very hopeful that we can have you back on the forum, especially before your fundraising gala, just so we can gather some community support with you all.
Yep, certainly. Call me anytime. And I must give a huge thanks to Travis. I mean, he's just amazing.
He's a gem, isn't he?
He's amazing. He does so much work about keeping the community together. We're doing other work connected with the community garden and some work on the Beecher Underpass, and he's just always there. He's just amazing.
Exactly. It's so lovely to have that consistency and dedication. Absolutely. Yeah. Before we say goodbye today, anything else you want to add to our conversation?
No, people will hopefully come to in the Basilica, take a tour, particularly, for those people in the community that have never been inside. We're trying to get better at that, and just people to view the Basilica as being a community building. We have a lot of community meetings downstairs in Lower Church. We're trying to make it to be more than just, a parish church that people might feel intimidated about, to get better at that. So help us by coming into it and listening to its history and feeling that you're a part of it.
Well, definitely the June 14th event and the audio tour sounds so welcoming, and I can't wait to take advantage of it myself. So
it's June 4th and August 14th.
Oh, I keep mixing this up. I do apologize. Okay, we're going to make sure we get those dates in there.
Yes. If anyone has any questions about dates, just
August 14th. I apologize, viewers. And we're just so grateful that Colleen can get us. So we'll make sure we get those information clear, especially in our Facebook page later for everyone. So thank you, Colleen. Appreciate you so much. And we look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay. Thank you all.
Gracias.
Thanks. Yeah. Bye-bye.
All right. Again, so grateful for that information. And we will absolutely make sure that we update those events. I think Travis is going to be able to get a second to get those dates in for us. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and turn to a live COVID-19 update with our public health coordinator, Marlene Zoran. Hey, Marlene.
Hello, thank you. All right, so I just want to go over some new locations you can go get vaccinated. So now you can go get vaccinated at libraries. So there are 3 library clinics that are open in Milwaukee that are walk-in. You don't need an ID or insurance to go in to ever get your COVID vaccine at any location that you go to, not just libraries. The first location is the Zablocki Library at 3501 West Oklahoma Avenue. And they're open Monday, 1 to 5 p.m. and Wednesdays and Fridays, 12 to 4 p.m. And then there's also the Washington Park Library at 2121 North Sherman Boulevard. They're also open around that same time as the Zablocki Library, Monday, 1 to 5 p.m. and Wednesdays and Fridays, 12 to 4 p.m. We also have the Mitchell Street Library located at 906 West Historic Mitchell Street. They're open Tuesdays and Thursdays, 12 to 4 p.m. You can definitely stay updated on all this COVID-19 information by going to milwaukee.gov/COVIDvax. You can also call the hotline at 414-286-6800, and we will put that for you guys in the comments section. Other places you can get vaccinated right now are walk-in clinics through the Milwaukee Public Health Department, such as the Wisconsin Center, which is located at 500 West Wells Street. They're open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. We also have the Northwest Health Center, which is located at 6431 North 76th Street. It used to be a former library building. And you also have the Southside Health Center, which is located at 1639 South 23rd Street. And that is a tented area. They are open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you can always go and access that. I'm going to move on to, I'm going to give it back now to Andrea.
Excellent. Thank you so much to our public health coordinator, Marlene Zoran. Also, thank you to Travis Hope. We do have some important COVID-19 comments there and links for you. We are going to go next to our community resource highlight. Today, we're highlighting an organization so dear to my heart, the Benedict Center. Marlene is going to go ahead and get us to their brand new website. We also had a Facebook post recently about it, and we are very grateful that Southside Organizing Center and our residents actually partook in some of the feedback as they designed this beautiful new website. And Marlene is going to go ahead and take us to the top right corner where it says donate. Summer's here. It's, right now our most vulnerable residents are needing help, especially as we're trying to get them off the track of whatever addiction or whatever it is that they're compelled to be involved with street-based sex trade. So Southside Organizing Center is so grateful to partner with the Benedict Center. And we're always looking to make sure that we are supporting our most vulnerable residents. So here's our donation link. Again, always looking for ways that we can help get supplies. This might be clothing like underwear or socks. This might be toiletries. You'd be surprised the various things that individuals would need when they are completely leaving the street-based sex trade trap and trying to get on their feet and actually get some consistency in their lives. So there's a wish list there. If you're looking to honor a loved one as well, please don't hesitate to check out that link. And we will have that information for you all in the comments. You can still mail donations as well if you're looking to do that. So please, we're hopeful that you can go ahead and help if you get a moment, or just check out the new website and see the amazing work that they're doing there. So thank you so much for that. Let's see. I think we are getting to the end. And forgive me, but I'm actually not seeing, let me see if I can get it. I apologize, everyone, that I'm doing this live on air, but it's one of those days. But I'm trying to see what guests we have for next week. But I know it's going to be a full week no matter what. We'll definitely be having a civic engagement update on Monday. Tuesday, we're going to have something incredible from the youth organizers. Wednesday, of course, will be our Spanish speaking show, which I'm excited about. Thursday, it's all about COVID-19. And again, I'll be back with you next Friday, which I'm excited for. I'm actually dwindling down on my forum duties very soon, especially as we're getting kind of closer to normal, not quite there, but make sure that you are vaxxing up, make sure that you are masking up, and stay safe. We're grateful for all of you. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.